we have so many possibilities to develop ourselves in any direction you feel and to bring out whatever makes you happy as an employee.
Welcome to Digitalog by DPM. Today we are recording from Berlin, so I'm not having the usual Augustiner beer because we are in the comfort of Max's second home. So maybe Max, you want to give a brief introduction about yourself, why we are in Berlin, and let us know what we're talking about today.
Welcome to Berlin, welcome to the capital, to my second home. I'm Max, I'm user experience designer at DieProduktmacher. And I'm here, or you are here, because it's my second location to work and to live. And sometimes I work from Berlin, sometimes I work from our office in Munich, sometimes in between from the train. And yeah, happy to have you here.
And this today is not just a special episode because we're recording in Berlin, but also because we're not talking about a technical issue or how we consult our clients, but we're talking about you.
Me.
And your involvement with DieProduktmacher.
Right, yeah.
So what you guys need to know in advance that at DPM we have a very transparent salary model, and each salary step is linked to a level, and each of these levels are communicated super transparent, and they are linked to a skill set that you need to achieve a certain level.
Exactly.
So I guess you started with...
I started as a trainee at level 0.
At level 0, okay.
With a basic salary,
okay.
But also a good one for a trainee. And now I develop myself to, or DPM develop myself as well to a senior UX designer, which is level 3.
Okay, and the highest level you can get would be level 5, which is management.
Right.
Okay. There's a whole process around that, which we are doing, which is called the Gustav process.
Yeah.
And in each Gustav, we are ranking ourselves in each skill, which is linked to a level, and then you can move from one level to the next and increase your salary.
Exactly.
Okay, so I hope this makes it a little bit clear to you. So Max, as you said, you started with level 0 as a trainee. How long did it take you to go to level 1? And what did you learn in that phase?
So actually the first phase took me about 5 months. And in the traineeship, we built up an MVP version of Max. So of Max at DPM. So I would be able after these 5 months to work on projects, to know about the basic things about user experience design, what it is about, what it needs from myself, how to differ between regular design and about digital products.
Okay, and then you were a junior UX
at
designer.
Level 1, I was junior UX designer, and I think this phase was also about 8 or 9 months. So I had the first contact with concepts, UX concepts. I was able to see all the seniors working with me and to learn a lot and develop myself about how to work as a user experience designer. And I had my first client project as well.
So you started to work on client projects quite early.
Quite early, yeah. So that's also my target, to be billable for the company, that the company earns money with me. So.
And how long did it take you to get rid of your junior before the UX designer?
That went pretty fast as well. It took me 16 months to learn the main basics of user experience design, to show DPM I'm reliable. Especially in between, it was really hard because Corona came in, but it also brought a lot of possibilities for myself, and it went out pretty well because I got really good client feedback. What also was brought to our management team, and this took me to the experienced user experience designer.
So I guess you not just received good client feedback, but also good internal feedback, as feedback is a huge part of our corporate culture and we're feedbacking a lot. So I would imagine that you took over more and more responsibility when you evolved to the next level.
True. So in the second phase of my development or my career, I was able to take over the first project lead role as an interim as well at a client of us. And I also was able to lead a small team in that role, and that was really early for me. But I was really happy about, like, DPM gave me the responsibility for it, and I took over extreme ownership for my topics. I was reliable as well, as we were most of the time of that phase in the home office. Every role, every phase, every level brought its own complexity and its own problems, but also solutions with it. And yeah, it never got boring so
Yeah.
far.
Just for you guys, because you mentioned extreme ownership, this is one of our core principles or guiding rules at DieProduktmacher, that you really own your topics and that you make sure to push them, and if there's a problem arising, that you communicate and handle it the right way, and also ask for help if needed.
Right.
So your junior times with DPM ended and you became a more experienced UX designer on level 2. And what were the new challenges and maybe also benefits that you gained from that?
Yeah, so I took over the project lead roles. I was able to do the first team lead roles in that place, and to take over responsibility not only for me, but also for someone else, for someone else's work. So I took over some mentees. I was able to learn them what I learned at DPM. So it was a whole education thing. It's actually a pretty good process because it was fresh on my side. So I could easily hand it over to someone else. And not most of the mentees are still there.
Yeah. So you seem to have done a good job.
Seems to be.
And do you think like this mentorship and having responsibility for other people was also something, I guess it's something that helped you to evolve personally as well, but was it also something that was important for your next step to getting a senior UX designer?
We have the good stuff, so we target, like, what shall I receive in this phase to get the senior UX designer. So people evolvement was one of my goals, and also project lead evolvement was my goals. And I always got really, really good feedback from the clients, from my colleagues, and also from my mentees. So the step was clear. It worked out. I can go next.
So you're working part-time at the moment. Can you tell us a bit why you made that decision to cut down hours?
Sure. Like, it took a while for me to decide to reduce my working hours, especially in these days. Like, we are, especially as a male employee, like single, you have to actually earn a lot of money and work 40 hours a week, maybe more. And I decided for myself, especially I learned it during COVID and short work, that a 4-day week is very good for my mental health, and I can enjoy life and a little bit more, and to also be able to create my work-life balance, what fits for myself. And so I decided to reduce to 90% and be able to work 1 week for 5 days and the other week for 4 days. And I receive a lot more in life with this additional day. I can do work on my own projects, do some DIY things, and
there's a lot of good DIY stuff around here in this apartment.
And it just feels good, and I'm still able to pay my rent and also be reliable on projects. So best decision this year.
Would you say you're less productive or you're less involved since you're just...
Actually, I'm more productive because, like, these 4 days I'm working in these weeks, I know that this is what I have to fit into the week, and I don't have the 5th day in the week. So I'm actually more time boxed, but that works better for me. So I always need some stress and some pushing from time to be more productive.
I mean, yeah, your senior title is quite fresh, but do you already know what the next step will be?
Management.
Management. Quite ambitious goals.
Always think big.
Yeah.
That's one, like, you proceed faster if you think big.
True. So your journey is not over yet.
No, of course not. Not it, like, I'm happy to be at DPM because, like, no one says nothing's possible. So you always have every possibility to go this way, to go that way. If you want to get a technical lead, if you want to be a team lead, if you want to be a sales lead as well, like, we have so many possibilities to develop ourselves in any direction you feel, and to bring out whatever makes you happy as an employee. Is it part-time? Is it mobile office? Is it personal development? Is it like coaching sessions? Like, I was able to do a motion design further development in my journey, on my journey. And like, everything what you aim for is actually possible.
True. And I think this boils down to one of the core statements at DPM that I learned about at the very beginning, which says happy people create great digital experiences. And of course, it's like that. If you are happy, you can be your best.
Yeah.
And in your case, I think you gained this motion design skills, which was something that you wanted to do. And then you were also able to use that skills for client projects.
It opened new fields for sales, like, to do the new skills into projects, to offer some more what the DPM portfolio has in it. So actually, it was a win-win situation. I could do what I wanted to do, and DPM could sell something out of it.
Nice. Thanks for sharing and being honest and open with us.
Thank you.
For now, I just have to say goodbye, happy Friday, and cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.